Mm.
I'd have gone about it differently.
Muy buenos días a todos y a todas. Bienvenidos un día más al canal. Y bueno, vamos a continuar echándole un ratillo a Gothic 2. A ver cómo nos va la cosa.
I'm no better off myself.
Espero que se escuche todo bien.
We can only
Anoche,
wait
el
to
directo de
see.
anoche, el empiezo del directo fue caótico. Problemas por todos lados con el tema del audio. En fin, bueno, vamos a ver. Tenemos flechitas, unas cuantas. Tenemos dinero, poquito.
There you are again.
Vamos a decirle que me
Show
enseñe
me
la
your
mercancía.
wares.
Vamos a comprarle las flechitas y los virotes. Venga, bien. Bien, y teníamos carne. No, la cocinamos ya. Exacto, la cocinamos ayer a última hora. Cocinamos la carne, perfecto. Bien. Tenemos... Vamos a ver la misión esta del anillo del agua. ¿Es de noche o de día? De noche. Sí, están las estrellitas. Venga, vamos a acostarnos. Venga, hemos dormido.
It was just like you said.
Venga, vamos a sincerarnos con este de una vez, dejarnos de tontería.
But the human and the beast waged war upon the land of Adonis, and the wrath of the gods was with them.
Vale, para quitarnos de en medio el tema de la misión esa del anillo del agua. Vamos a ver. Háblame del anillo del agua.
Tell me about the
Y me
ring
va a
of
decir
water.
que no.
And why would I do that?
Ahí está, ¿eh? Venga. Pues vamos a decirle... ¿quién más a ver qué es lo que tiene? Háblame del anillo, quiero unirme al anillo. Quiero hacer una donación, puedes enseñarme algo sobre magia, háblame de los dioses. Venga, vamos a decirle que quiero unirme al anillo del agua.
I want to join the ring of water.
You do? Well, that means you have already fulfilled the first requirement.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, there must be someone among us who trusts you. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know about it. But I know nothing about you at all.
What do you want to know?
Well, you could tell me where you come from and why you have come to the city.
I carry an important message for the leader of the paladins.
What is this message?
Vamos a ver. Mensaje... Han venido dragones.
A large army is gathering as we talk, led by dragons and determined to conquer the country.
Dragons? You speak of beings which until now have only been mentioned in legends. How do you know this?
Bueno, si le contesto que no había oído rumores, o sea, que había oído rumores por ahí, entramos en el bucle de que no se lo cree, de que tenemos la misión ahí y nunca la completamos. Lo que ya lo estuve probando ayer fuera de directo. Entonces le vamos a decir claramente la verdad. Que el mago Xardas, el mago de allí de la torre, me lo contó.
Xardas, the magician, told me. He sent me to warn the paladins.
The necromancer. So he lives, and he sent you. Who are you really?
Venga, le decimos que soy un antiguo convicto.
I'm a former convict from the penal colony of Carinus.
You are a former prisoner who has been told by Xardas, the necromancer, that dragons have come to conquer the country, and you have come to report this to the paladins. That all sounds rather fantastic, but I cannot perceive that you are lying to me. Therefore, I must assume that your motives are honorable.
I want to give you a chance to join the Ring of Water.
Bien. Y ahora le digo, háblame del anillo del agua.
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
Since you are not yet a member of our community, I cannot tell you everything, of course. But I shall tell you what I may.
Vale. Me va a contar lo que pueda. Vale. Entonces, ¿quiénes son miembros del anillo?
Who are the members of the Ring of Water then?
I cannot tell you that until you join the ring, but you will certainly have met some of them by that time.
¿Dónde están los otros magos de agua?
Where are the other water mages?
They are exploring the ruins of an old culture northeast of Carinus. We suspect that those ruins might contain a passage to a part of the island which is as yet uncharted.
Háblame más de esa zona inexplorada.
Tell me more about that uncharted area.
If you're interested in joining the expedition, I could send you to Satyrus with a letter. You can only participate, of course, as long as you're one of us.
Of course.
¿A qué os dedicáis exactamente?
What exactly is it that you do?
We stand between the Order of Innos and the chaos of Beliar. If one of the two sides should gain the upper hand, it will mean either total loss of freedom or deadly chaos. Therefore, we guard the balance between the two. That's what makes life in this world possible for all.
¿Y qué significa eso de términos prácticos?
And what does that mean in concrete terms?
The fall of the barrier has evoked numerous threats. The bandits are probably the most obvious one. Not only has it become all but impossible to travel the island without being attacked, there's someone in town, too, who supports the bandits. We have found out that the bandits receive regular deliveries from a weapons merchant in Carinus. We try to find such people and keep them from endangering the city. If you can find out anything about this, let me know.
Vale, sobre el comerciante de armas.
About this weapons dealer?
¿Qué sabes del comerciante de armas hasta el momento?
How much do you know about the weapons dealer?
Ask Martin, the provisions master of the Paladins, about this. He should be able to tell you more. He has been tasked with unmasking the weapons dealer. You can find Martin in the harbor district. If you see a heap of crates, provision, and paladins, Martin won't be far.
Vale. Vamos a coger nuestra libreta de Gothic 2 y vamos a anotar que yo me parece a mí que el tío este no lo tengo yo anotado aquí, de antes. Vamos a ver. Vale. Venga, atrás. Le vamos a preguntar... ¿Hay algo que pueda ayudarme en mi búsqueda?
Is there anything that could help me with my search?
You're very persistent, young man. But I actually can think of something that could make your tasks easier for you. I shall give you this ore amulet. You'll certainly be able to use it. It is an amulet of the searching will-o'-the-wisps. There are only very few of them. The will-o'-the-wisp that inhabits this amulet has very special properties. It can help you find things that normally elude the naked eye. You summon it by simply wearing the amulet. If it loses its power, or you cannot find it, simply put on the amulet again and it will reappear. The will-o'-the-wisp can detect weapons. It could be very helpful to you in investigating the weapons deliveries to the bandits. Treat it well, and it will never fail you.
Vale. Si veis que estoy parado es que estoy anotando detallitos en la libreta. Vale, nos ha dado un amuleto que por lo visto descubre el tema de las armas. ¿Una voluntad de la espiral en un amuleto?
A will-o'-the-wisp in an amulet?
Will-o'-the-wisps are admirable creatures. They consist of pure magical energy. They are bound to the magical ore in this world. It is their origin. It gives them their strength. I'm not surprised that you've never heard of them. They only appear to the person who bears the ore to which they belong. Will-o'-the-wisps living in the wild have been forcefully removed from their sources. They will attack anyone who approaches them. There is no way to help those pitiful creatures. You would better stay away from them.
¿Puede hacer más cosas la voluntad de la espiral?
Can the will-o'-the-wisp do more than that?
More than look for close combat weapons? Not unless you teach it. I think Riordan knows how to teach these beings. He is one of us, currently traveling with Satyrus. Perhaps he can tell you more.
Riordan. Vale, gracias, lo cuidaré como nadie.
Thank you. I shall take good care of it.
Venga, fin. Venga, vamos a ver. Nos ha dado un amuleto.
And the human slew the beast, and it entered into Beliar's realm. Adonos saw that order and chaos were now unequal, and he bade Enos to take his divine power from the human. And Enos, in his wisdom, did so. Adonos feared for the day in which the beast would return to the land. And so he bade Enos to leave a part of his power in
Amuleto
his
de mineral,
realm so that he might
de la
restore
voluntad de la
to the
espiral
human
penetrante.
if the beast should return. And Enos, in his wisdom, did so. But the light was a torment for Beliar. All that Innos created was
Encuentra algo para
destroyed
mí.
by Belial.
Find me something.
Adonos saw that this
Necesito
way
armas de cuerpo a cuerpo.
nothing could exist at all. No light and no darkness.
Just follow me.
And so he set himself between his brothers in order to reconcile their dispute, and he did not succeed.
Find me something.
But there, where Adonos stood, was a place in which Enos
I need close
and
combat
Beliar
weapons.
had no power. That in this place, order and chaos were equal, and so the sea was created.
Bien, vamos aquí a
And
la
the sea
zona,
released the land, and there arose
a la zona del puerto.
as well as animals, wolves as well as sheep. Last of all arose the human. And Adonos
He simply talks too much. Someone's got to do the work. Don't tell this to anyone. That's what I've always said. Works on there, too.
Only Innos decides what's right and wrong.
That's all just gossip.
And there's more pulling the me.
That's all just gossip.
Este no es Martín, ¿no? No, este es Farín. Este es Farín. Dios, salta, coño. Salta. Este.
Hey,
¿Buscas al hombre que vende armas a los bandidos?
You're looking for the man who is selling weapons to the bandits?
Says who?
Says Vatras.
Oh. What do you know about it?
Not much, but I could find out more.
Ah. Is that so?
Dime qué sabes sobre el comerciante de armas.
Tell me, what do you know about the weapons dealer?
Listen. We know that an influential citizen in the upper quarter must be behind it, and some of the weapons are even supposed to have come from the militia's supplies. We still don't know exactly who's behind it. If you have enough guts to take on a group of at least 5 bandits, maybe you can find out.
¿Qué ocurre con los bandidos?
What about the bandits?
We know that the bandits are currently blockading the roads that connect the farmers to the city. Besides that, I know that there must have been a weapons delivery in the last few days. Maybe some clues to uncover the weapons dealer can be found with the bandits.
¿Las cajas siguen en su sitio?
All the crates still there?
Don't touch anything or I'll call the watch. Got it?
¿Qué puedes ofrecerme?
What do you have to offer?
Then pay attention.
Venga, nos vamos.
I wouldn't be so sure. Someone's gotta pay.
That's no secret. You don't have to tell me that.
For that is the will of Innos. Someone's got to pay for
I
that.
used to say that myself. No idea. You tell me.
Nobody ever asks for my opinion. I agree with you completely.
Same old thing all over again.
That's been known a long time.
Show me your fish.
Been there, done that.
Will it ever change?
Nobody wants to know. You can't rely on that.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
That's no
Someone's
secret.
gotta do the work.
That's
Everybody
all
knows
just
by now.
gossip.
Who's... It works all day, too. Who says things like that? Someone's gotta do the work. Everybody knows by now. That's an open secret. That's not what my husband tells me. Everybody knows by
Been there, done that.
That's been known a long time.
That's not what I heard. Really? How interesting. Really? How interesting. Who says things like that?
No idea. You tell me.
That's been known a long time. I agree with you completely. Where did you pick that up? Where did you pick that up? It's a bad business.
Encuentra algo para mí.
Really didn't deserve that.
Find me something.
I'd have gone about it differently.
Busca lo que puedas, todo lo que encuentres.
Really didn't deserve that.
Get me anything you can find.
He doesn't seem like he didn't get that from me. I'm not telling you anything new. That doesn't surprise me.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
It's all just gossip.
What's new?
More and more riffraff have been pouring into town lately. Thefts are on the rise, and Lord Andre suspects that it's the work of a gang. Not long ago, we turned the entire harbor district upside down, but we still haven't found a thing.
Find me something.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
I need close combat weapons.
That was obvious all along.
We can only wait and see.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
You mustn't believe everything you hear. He didn't get that from me.
Aquí dentro.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
He didn't get that from me. I already thought as much.
Who says things like that?
Lo que tengo que saber es quién tendrá la llave esta, vamos.
That's the first I've heard of it. I've heard a thing or two.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I wouldn't be so sure. You mustn't believe everything you hear.
I don't believe that.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Don't say you didn't know that. I already thought as much.
Don't tell this to anyone.
I'd have gone about it differently.
Where did you pick that up?
I met Valentino,
You mustn't
And?
believe everything
I
you
gave
hear.
him a sound beating.
Talks to you.
He deserved it. Here. I found this ring on him when our little disagreement had been settled. You're welcome to pass it on to the next person who beats him up.
Wouldn't be so sure. I already thought as much.
Has anything exciting happened?
Oh well, all's
Hardly know who
quiet.
to believe these
I
days.
suppose that when the orcs come, we can't fail to
Mustn't
notice.
believe everything you hear.
And it's gonna get even worse.
There's nothing you can do about it.
I wouldn't be so sure. That's the first I've heard of it.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
He never would have thought of that himself.
We can only wait and see. So why won't they listen to me?
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
I hardly know what to believe anymore. So why won't they listen to me?
¿Quién tendrá la llave?
It's really not my problem.
I don't know why you get so worked up. You mustn't believe everything you hear.
I agree with you completely.
I knew that would be a problem.
That's really not my problem. There's nothing you can do about it.
It's quite obvious.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
That doesn't surprise me.
I can't believe that. You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Someone's gotta do the work.
That's really not my problem.
So why won't they listen to me? I hardly know what to believe anymore.
And he works all day too.
I never knew that.
I hardly know what to believe anymore. Got my own opinion about
And it's gonna get even worse.
He never would have thought of that himself.
that. I've heard a thing or two. I don't believe this is gonna change.
These are bad times.
Hey, you!
Not touching that.
And it's gonna get even worse.
Show me your wares.
Don't say you didn't know that. Wait and see.
And it's gonna get even worse.
It was just like you said. That's the first I've heard of it.
Really? How interesting.
I'll never get this open without the right key. I'll never get this open without the right key.
Works all day too.
that all
I'll never get this open without the right key.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
I can't believe that.
He can't keep anything to himself.
I've heard a thing or two. I'm not touching that.
But that's terrible.
And Beliar gave unto it a portion of his divine power, so that it might destroy the land.
What's new?
They say the farmers have rebelled. We can't use crap like that now, when we're in the middle of a war with the orcs.
And Enos spoke to him, and the human became his subject. And Enos gave unto him a portion of his divine power, so that he might undo the work of...
I want to join the militia.
Good.
And Beliar spoke to another creature, but Adanos brought forth the tide, and the creature was washed from the face of the earth. But with it, the trees and animals were also washed away, and a deep sadness overcame Adanos.
Valentino was unable to pay his bar tab last night. He was blathering something about having been robbed and paying me later. Obviously, really.
And what did you do?
Well, I gave him a good thrashing. What else?
Here, take this ring.
What? Oh, I don't understand.
It used to belong to Valentino. You're welcome to pass it on to the next person who tans his hide.
And it entered into Beliar's realm.
Show me your wares.
Adanos saw that order and chaos were now unequal, and he bade Enos to take his divine power from the human. And Enos, in his wisdom, did so.
Si yo le compro las 3 pieles a este, serían 30. Voy a probar. Vale, 30.
And Enos, in his wisdom, did so.
Me ha costado 30.
But the light was a torment for Beliar. All that Enos created was destroyed by...
¿Cuántas pieles tengo yo ya? Estas son las pieles de lobo.
Doesn't surprise me.
There you are again.
I've got a few skins for you.
Wolfskin, that's good. Good work. Come see me again when you have more.
Vale. Por lo mismo que yo lo compré.
Was pleased with what had arisen. He delighted
Wait a minute.
all the beings equally.
He never would have thought of that.
How's the situation?
At the moment, it's quiet. Only the bandits outside the city are causing us problems.
The beast, and Beliar spoke to it, and the beast became his subject. And Beliar gave unto it a portion of his divine power, so that it might destroy the land.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
But Enos beheld what Beliar had done, and he also bestrode the land, and chose the human. And Enos spoke to him, and the human became his subject.
You'll regret this.
Oh my god, a fight!
And Beliar spoke to another creature, but Adanos brought forth the tide, and the creature was washed from the face of the earth. But with it, the trees and animals...
Not bad!
Don't you ever dare attack me again.
But so great was the wrath of Beliar that he came across the land and chose the beast. And Beliar spoke to it, and the beast became his subject. And Beliar gave unto it a portion of...
You'll
Oh my
regret
god,
this.
a fight!
That's all just gossip. That was obvious all along.
A ver si este por casualidad tiene otra llave.
Don't you ever dare attack me again.
O este se sube aquí también.
But so great was the wrath of Beliar that he came across the land and chose the beast. And Beliar spoke to it, and the beast became his subject. And Beliar gave unto it a portion of his divine power, so that it might destroy the land.
I'm staying out of it.
But Enos beheld what Beliar had done, and he also bestrode the land, and chose the human. And Enos spoke to him, and the human became his subject. And Enos gave unto him a portion of his divine power, so that he might undo the work of Beliar.
I'm staying out of it.
You'll regret
Oh my
this.
god, a fight!
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
No one really wants to hear it.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Been there, done
We can only wait and see.
that. No idea, you tell me.
But he knew that all along.
Nope.
Where did you pick that up then?
Venga, a ver si lo pones aquí.
Big deal.
I'm in enough trouble.
No one really wants to hear.
I hardly know what to believe.
No one really wants to hear that.
We can only wait and see.
You can't really.
I knew that would be a problem.
Nobody wants to know.
So why won't they listen? It was just like you said.
I'll...
And that. You don't have to tell me that.
I've got my own opinion of it.
Ben.
I wouldn't.
He thinks it's as easy.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
There was no big deal.
I don't believe it.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
That was quite obvious.
I'll get you!
You tell me.
I don't.
It had to happen sooner or later.
I wouldn't be sure.
I'll get you!
Been there, done that.
But he knew that.
I couldn't care less.
I'll get...
And there's more, believe me.
It was just like you said.
He really should have known better.
I've got my own opinion about that.
Oh, what a brutal fellow.
I'm staying out of it.
It was just like you said.
There was no big deal.
But the light was a torment for Beliar. All that Innos created was destroyed by Beliar.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Adonos saw that this way...
I'll never get this open without the right key.
But there, where Adonos stood, was a place in which Innos and Beliar had no power.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
And in this place, order and chaos were equal. And so, the sea was created.
I already thought as much.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Coño, mandoble ligero.
Filthy thief, just you wait! I'm warning you, don't try that again, you filthy thief!
Hombre, señor Juan Carmona, ¿qué tal? Buenos días, tío. ¿Qué tal? Buenos días, caballero.
But so great was the wrath of Beliar that he came across the land and chose the beast. And Beliar spoke to it, and the beast became his subject. And Beliar gave unto it a portion of his divine power, so that it might destroy the land.
But Enos beheld what Beliar had done, and he also bestrode the land and chose the
Sí, sí.
Enos spoke to him,
Con dos
and the
pantallas sí
human
funciona.
became his subject. And Enos gave unto him a portion of his divine power, so that he might undo the work.
Don't try that again,
Beliar
boy.
spoke to another creature, but Adanos brought forth the tide, and the creature was washed from the face of the earth. But so great was the wrath of Beliar that he came across the land and chose the beast. And Beliar spoke to it, and the beast became his subject. And Beliar gave unto it a portion of his divine power, so that it might destroy the land. But Enos beheld what Beliar had done.
Pues con dos pantallas sí funciona el juego. Entonces ya lo he dejado preparado. Tengo ahí el tema de la traducción, lo de quitarle las bandas negras. Y cuando le meta mano, pues nada, a la taberna y al faro. Joder, aquí cabe un lobo nada más. Qué extraño me resulta. Ahora vengo que voy a ponerme en el ordenador que ando desde el móvil. Vale, muy bien.
I know nothing about picking locks.
Coño. ¿Qué ha sido eso? Las piedras de teletransporte. La piedra de teletransporte de la cueva al este del puerto lleva a la taberna La Arpía Feliz. Venga, ahí viene otra. Victorus Stack.
Nothing to plunder. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing to plunder.
Vale, desconocido. Vamos a guardar aquí. Esqueletos tragos, tío. Luz, curar heridas leves, curar heridas normales. Cabrones, como meten, tío. ¿Qué coño? Se ha subido aquí el tío.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
A la colonia prisión. Hierba del pantano. Venga, vamos a guardar aquí.
Traveling so far from home, out here you have to be careful, especially when you're all by yourself.
What are you doing out here?
Well, the tavern is too expensive for me. That's why I settled here. The previous inhabitants don't seem to need it anymore.
¿Quién suele vivir en este campamento?
Who used to live in this camp?
No idea. Probably some hunters. I suppose it got too dangerous for them out here.
¿No corres demasiado peligro por aquí?
Isn't it too dangerous out here?
Well, not if you can defend yourself. My crossbow has already proven to be of service many times.
It's not all that big.
But deadly if you know how to handle it. I used to have a bigger one. Unfortunately, I lost it. I ventured too far north into the mountains. There's a big stone circle there with a sacrificial altar. While I was hunting scavengers up there, these vile undead beings came out of the woods and attacked me. All I could do was run for my life. While I was running, the crossbow slipped from my hand. I bet it's still lying up there by that strange stone circle in the north.
¿Puedes enseñarme
Can
algo?
you teach me something?
Before I teach you anything, you'll have to improve your dexterity.
Dragomir. Dragomir. Perfecto.
I know nothing about picking locks. I know nothing about picking locks. Carne de cavador, carne de cavador. Más carne de cavador. Anda, que no le quiere dar desde aquí. Bueno, pues vamos a sacar la espada. Nothing to be had there.
Venga, pues vamos a seguir comiendo honguitos de estos.
I'm gonna rip you to pieces.
Stop right there, you lowlife!
You don't have to tell me that.
Here,
I'll get you now!
That.
Yes! Run as fast as you can!
¿Y por ahí, Juanillo? Bueno, vamos a seguir de cacería por aquí. Voy a guardar aquí. Voy al baño en un momento. Y ahora mismo voy. Ya estoy aquí. Venga, ¿vienes o no? Vale. Venga, a ver. Pegan fuerte. un nivelito más. Ah, bueno, hemos cargado unos pocos, ¿eh? A lo tonto, ¿eh? Tablilla de piedra. Wow. Tablilla de piedra de energía vital. Tablilla de piedra de combate con una mano.
I can't read that. I can't read that. I can't read that. I can't read that. I can't read that.
amazes me anymore.
You don't have to tell me that.
You didn't get that from me.
Do you really believe that? Is it really true?
You should have known. You don't have to tell me that.
I knew that all along.
Hey, where you think you're going?
To the house, of course.
Onar pays us not to let guys like you in here.
I want to talk to Lee.
What do you want from him?
He ran like Beliar himself was after him.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
He and I go way back.
You're a pal of Lee's? I don't believe a word. But go on in. If he doesn't recognize you, you'll know it. Lee's in the right wing. Don't even think about wandering around anywhere else. That's all just gossip.
He didn't get that from me.
That's all just gossip.
What's up?
Nothing amazes me anymore.
Don't even think about touching anything here. Otherwise, you'll get a couple upside the head, got it?
¿A qué te dedicas?
What's your job?
Onar wants me to spend all day keeping an eye on his stuff. He's worried that something will go missing, and I would too in his place. Most of the mercenaries he's hired are former convicts from the penal colony. They'll walk off with everything that isn't nailed down if no one watches out.
Aquí hay un montón de trastos.
There's a whole bunch of junk here.
That's right, and most of it is extremely valuable. Onar collects valuable objects. A simple man like me can hardly afford such luxury. I stick to other things.
And that would be?
I collect old coins.
Has anyone tried to steal anything yet?
A few, and I caught them all.
Bueno.
I've heard a thing or two.
Is it really true?
That was quite obvious.
All that matters is strength. So don't tell me that.
Damn it, what?
As much.
Everything fine with you?
If it's something important, go talk to Lee. Otherwise, leave me alone.
Vale. ¿Y Lee dónde coño está?
He really didn't deserve that.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
What's up?
I'm not touching that.
Who the devil let you in here? What are you doing here? I thought you were dead.
What makes you think that?
Gorn told me it was you who brought down the barrier.
Yes, that was me, all right.
I never would have thought that a man could survive something like that. What brings you here? You aren't here without a reason.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Do you really believe that?
What exactly are you doing here?
Quite simple. I'm gonna see to it that we all get off this island. Onar hired us to defend his farm, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. But our reward is more than just our pay. By helping the farmers, we cut the city off from its provisions. And the less the paladins have to eat, the sooner they'll listen when I finally make them an offer of peace.
What is your offer going to look like?
Essentially, it will be about our pardons and free passage to the mainland. You'll learn more when the time comes.
All that matters is strength. So don't tell me that.
I don't believe this is
Gorn told you about me? What happened to him?
You remember him, don't you?
Of course we got him in the end.
Let me think.
Big, dark, bad with a big axe. He recaptured our ore mine with you, back in the colony.
As it is.
Sure.
Is it really true?
He got caught by the paladins and was sent back to the Valley of Mines with a penal convoy. If the road to the Valley of Mines wasn't plastered with paladins and orcs, I'd have sent a couple of the boys already to free him. But the way things are, there's no point. Poor devil.
That was quite obvious.
I want to join you.
I'd hope you say that. I can use every able man here. The last mercenaries I accepted have done nothing but stir up trouble. In principle, you can start right away. Well, first there's one or two things we need to get straight, but it's no big deal.
That was quite obvious.
Will it ever change?
It was just like you said.
What do I have to get straight before I can join you?
Tell me you didn't know.
Onar, the landowner, is the one who employs us. You can only stay on the farm with his approval. And then there's the boys.
Nobody will
I can only accept you if a majority of the mercenaries agree that you join us. But don't go to Onar before everything is straightened out. He's a very impatient fellow.
Don't say you didn't know that.
How can I convince the mercenaries to vote me in?
By doing what is expected of you as a mercenary, I should say. Talk to Torloff. He's usually outside in front of the house. He'll put you to the test. If you can pass that, you should have earned a large part of the necessary respect. He'll tell you everything else you need to know.
So sure.
He never would have thought of that himself.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
What do you know about the Ring of Water?
I might have known. You just have to mingle in everything, don't you?
Come on, tell me.
I'm only marginally involved in this. I know that this secret guild exists here and that the water mages are behind it. Since the fall of the barrier, I am no longer bound to the agreement I came to with the water mages back then. Of course, I still help when I can, but most of the time, I have my own problems and barely any time for other things. If you want to know more about it, you should probably talk to Cord. He's one of them, as far as I know.
That's the first I've heard of it.
I absolutely must talk to the paladins in town. Can you help me get to them?
What's your business with the paladins?
That's a long story.
I've got time.
Xardas sent me on a mission. He wants me to obtain a powerful amulet, the Eye of Innos.
So you're still allied to that necromancer. I see. And the paladins have this amulet?
As far as I know, yes.
I can help you get to the paladins, but first you need to become one of us.
Yeah, he really said that.
How can you help me get to the paladins?
Trust me, I've got a plan. I think you're the right man for it. I'll take you to the paladins, and you'll do me a favor, but first, join us.
All that matters is strength, so don't tell me that.
I'm ready to join you.
Not before you've passed Tarloff's test.
I'd have gone about it differently.
That's the first I've heard of it.
That's been known a long time.
He really didn't deserve that.
Is it really true?
He ran like Beliar himself was after him.
Do you really believe that?
I've heard a thing or two.
I'm no better off myself.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
That's all just gossip.
Of course we got him in the end.
What do you want from me?
I want to join the mercenaries.
Oh, and why do you think I should be in favor of you being accepted here?
Put me to the test.
Did Lee send you to me?
He said you would help me.
Fine, so here we go. There are two things you have to do before you can join us. First, you have to prove that you're capable of mastering the tasks that you will have to fulfill as a mercenary. I'll put you to the test. And second, you have to earn the respect of the other mercenaries.
Well, how can I earn the respect of the other mercenaries?
For most of them, it'll be enough if you fulfill your task and pass my test. But you'll have to find some other way of convincing some of them. Some will try and exploit your situation, and others may not like your mug. You should try to get along with as many of the boys as possible. But if nothing else helps, then you can always take part in a duel. If you win, you'll earn the respect of most of them. But watch out that you don't kill one of them by accident, because then you'll have a big problem.
What about you? Will you vote me in?
If you can prove that you can fulfill the duties of a mercenary, yes.
What are my duties as a mercenary?
Onar hired us for two reasons. He wants us to keep the militia off his back, and he wants us to keep things in order on his farms. That includes collecting the rent when the small farmers won't pay. So, what'll it be?
Let me collect the rent.
Good. Listen, the farmer Sekab hasn't paid his rent to Onar for weeks. Onar wants him to cough up 50 gold pieces. Any questions?
Where is Sekob's farm?
In the north of the valley. Looking from here, that's to the right at the big crossroads. If you have problems, the farmers in the fields will help you find your way around the area.
What are the rules for a duel?
Quite simple. Both opponents have to have the opportunity to draw their weapons before the first blow. You can't just go and belt one of the men without warning. There has to be some sort of spoken challenge, an insult, or another reason to fight. None of the other men will interfere in a fight like that, unless one of the two gets killed in the duel.
How's my reputation among the mercenaries?
Let's see. Raul's against you. I think he can't stand you. I don't need to say anything about Silvio and Bolko. Those two morons are against everyone. Most of them are just waiting to see if you pass the test. You're far from done, kid. If you want us to accept you, you'll have to do something for it.
Can you help me improve my abilities?
I could show you how to use your strength better in close combat. A lot of fighters are very weak because they don't have the technique to use their strength properly. The same is true for dexterity in ranged weapons.
I want to improve my abilities.
Come back once you've had more experience. Come back once you've had more experience. Come back once you've had more experience.
Good. Now you can use your abilities better.
Vale, ahora supuestamente podremos utilizar el otro arco, ¿no? Bueno, pues nada. Vamos a parar el directo. Lo dejamos aquí. Vamos a empezar a hacer cositas para esta gente para convertirnos en mercenarios. Y continuaremos en un próximo directo. A ver, este tío de aquí, podremos hablar con él. Bodo. Venga, vamos a hablar con él un momentito.
How's it going?
The militia has bullied us long enough. Now that the mercenaries are on our side, they won't dare to just show up here anymore. The king may think he can get away with anything, but we're not going to take it anymore.
In town, they're talking about a peasants' revolt.
Nonsense. We aren't doing anything except defending what we've worked hard for. It's certainly true that the war is being fought on the backs of the peasants. But Onar is no longer prepared to just stand by and watch while the king bleeds us dry.
I agree with you completely.
You don't have to tell me that. That was no big deal.
Can I rest somewhere around here?
If you're looking for a place to sleep, go to the barn. But don't lie down in a mercenary's bed by mistake. Onar makes sure that they leave us farmers alone. But with strangers who don't belong on the farm, the mercenaries can do whatever they like.
Enero es este, ¿no?
Damn it! What's up? Damn it! What do you want?
That's been really believe that time.
And there's more, believe me.
Bueno, pues lo dicho, vamos a guardar aquí. Venga. Y nos vemos en un próximo directo. Hasta luego, chavales.
No one really wants to hear that.
He really said that. Nobody will learn anything from